Guardian was one of the entries to our 4th Outer Wilds community mod jam. For this jam, entries were required to follow a theme of escape or isolation, and to follow a restriction of using minimal text. This mod somewhat fit the themes and had a really neat way of meeting the restriction. If you'd rather play the mod yourself with many of the bugs I encountered fixed at this point, you can find it linked in the description. Also note that this mod heavily spoils the ending of the base game. With that out of the way, here's my blind playthrough from when I was judging the jam. Also, I think this was like one of the last mods I judged, so if I ever sound super dead inside, that's why, okay? Sorry. Okay. Type of mod that starts with a shiplog entry. Apparently Slate had tweaked the signal scope before I left, and it was picking up some strange signal on some frequency. Is that true, Slate? I see signs of tampering on the signal scope. Tampering is a misanthropy. Just as a quick aside, I want to mention that the mod creator's native language isn't English. Well, I won't deny the fact that it's picking up some weird signals. Isn't it strange that a transmission that is supposed to come from deep space would actually come from the center of our star system? That would be strange. The only deep space signal I can think of is the deep space radio signal, which, as this is a fresh save, I do not have unlocked. So I will stop by the radio tower and yoink that. And are you telling me, yep, there seems to be 3 signals. And yeah, there is a signal coming from the sun. Oh, not from the sun, but rather the sun station. So I'm gonna see if I can pull off Hotshot. Never mind that actually. Cause what is that? Does that show up well in the recording? There's a... well, there's a shape coming out of the sun. I thought if I flew through it something might happen, but instead I died. Okay, let's see if I still have it in me. I think I'll do a better job landing on the sun station with keyboard and mouse. So we'll see. Oh yeah, there's just a device on the sun station now. Is the signal... no, the signal seems to be coming from inside, which is good. Let me sort of orient myself a bit better. And then how do we do this? Oh, am I wearing the suit? I am. Okay, good. For a second I was like, oh no, I didn't suit up. Okay. We aim. We eject. We bail out. And yeah, we're golden. Cool. Why am I floating into the ceiling? We are not golden. What? Why? What? That's quite bad. What? Oh, what just happened? Now I have to do it again? Was that supposed to happen? Okay, if this kills me again immediately, I don't know. Well, I'm not dead yet. Invaded sun station. Well, that's not what you want. Can I do anything? Oh. The answer is yes. Oh, I don't... Okay. What? I'm inside the sun. Inside the sun, there's another sun. Oh, refuel jetpack. Don't mind if I do. Okay, we have these lines going around, and from what we've seen, seems to be that walking into one propels you along it. Well, that's neat. There are more signals going on in here. Don't suppose so. I have no idea what I'm supposed to make of any of this. So I just came in over there. This one is another one that brings you in. Because yeah, if I try to walk into it, nothing happens. Where's that coming from? Okay, there does seem to be a platform down there. I barely got a foothold. There's oxygen in here. Sure, and this just has more pathways that lead me elsewhere. This one just brought me back up to the top. Can I... Oh, my scout sticks to them. I was hoping to see, you know, where it goes before I jump into it. I will say, this is the most this is the most unique thing I've seen in any mod. This is... Well, admittedly, going inside a star has been done before, but the sort of geometry of it is kind of crazy. Oh, wasn't I already at one of these? Broken robot. There's another one 7 kilometers that way. That's outside the sun. Yeah, I was already here. That's where I entered, so I must have just not noticed this. That all leads back into this main central one. And the sun is approaching. I'm not a huge fan of that. This is the one that I already went on. Oh, that's actually the only one. I'm no star scientist, but I don't think this is how stars work. I could be wrong though. Oh, I wonder what the red one means. Red one leads here. I don't know where the red one comes from though. Yeah, and I want to take this one out this way because I don't think I've been this way. Puts me on top of here. My ship log got updated, so that's good to know. The camera controls on this thing could certainly be better. I'm just trying to look forward, and it really does not want me to. Oh, this just sent me back to the start again? Okay. Well, I got the funny robot frequency at least. Alright. Can I get into orbit around this with just my jetpack? I want to see if there's anything else to see, but if I die, I'm okay with that. And it's not looking too good. Never mind. This works. Hey, it worked too well, actually. I have to keep going. And I died. The reason for me dying in there, I did not expect it to be because I flew too high. Time to die. That's funny that you actually see the interior stuff. Not sure how I feel about this approach. Just want to double check. There's no... Yeah, there's no robot up here. Ooh, that's a very unfortunate bounce. Yeah, that was a very unfortunate bounce indeed. Because yeah, if you're not doing Hotshot, there's like a time component to this. Because you have to go to the Ash Twin, you have to wait for the sand to fall to like the very specific level where I think you can get past like some cacti and then you can warp into the sun station. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's a robot 20 kilometers away. Okay, never mind. Screw the sun. I thought these were both inside the sun. I am very confused. I really overshot that guy. Oh, that's going into the sun. Right? Yeah, this is like slowly moving towards the sun, I think. Oh, that is certainly moving. I think that it's not moving with physics. I think they're just sort of manually adjusting its position, which is why it's so incredibly jerky. Oh, excuse me? There's a hole in the sun. Was that always there? Am I gonna be able to make it back to my ship before it falls into the sun? Maybe. Yeah, I think I'll make it. Ooh. Oh, that was very lucky. Why was my ship landed? Things are happening in this mod that defy my comprehension. Okay, good. Oh yeah, it has also just occurred to me that I have not been reading my ship logs. Okay, but that's good. I was starting to worry, like, am I supposed to enter here through the sun station each time? I can't help but notice that that seemingly sends me into this inner sun. I don't know if I want to do that yet. I do not believe I've been to this area, which, yeah, makes sense because it seems almost entirely cut off from all the other areas. And furthermore has this large ship-sized landing pad. So let's check the ship logs. You have the core sun provider, under the structure, distant structures, waiting area, huge structure, working robot, hidden hatch. Okay, yeah, so this robot enters the sun during the loop, which is why we see the hidden hatch. The robot's waiting area, most of the robots are broken. A huge structure isolated within the sun that can be accessed from the sun station. I suppose actually, yeah, could I just land closer? I gotta be honest, this area looked a lot smaller when I was flying. Like, yeah, I've seen one of these before. Okay. What? Come back. What? Oh, there goes my ship. Okay, maybe I should not have brought my ship into there. That's crazy. I have no idea what's happening. What? Okay, I can go out through here. Oh my... What? Energy sphere, sure. I'll take an energy sphere. The extent to which I don't know what's happening right now. Okay, I'm outside of the sun. Oh yeah, I've seen this before. And I'm going back into the sun. And that just took me in a big loop. Oh, it's another one of these. Am I still holding the energy sphere? There's a robot, it goes into the sun. Sun gets bright. I didn't pay close enough attention to what this one was actually telling me, because I was too busy trying not to die. Okay, so these things are extracting energy from stars. Robot goes into the star, gets a energy sphere, and then the sun explodes. I'll give them somewhat of a pass for how buggy and janky this is, because just I can't even fathom how they got half of this working. Okay, let's try flying the ship through the hatch again. So sure, it can take energy from stars that blows them up, or it can extend the life of a star. And there's one coming in with an energy sphere, so like, are we just fine? Okay, so the hatch isn't there at the start of the loop. Presumably it only shows up as the whatever you call it gets closer. Nope. Okay, I thought maybe it would fade in or something, but no, it just appears. Okay, so there's this structure that's protruding out of the inner sun. I want to enter that. Okay. I'm worried to go into this because it might make my ship fly off. Okay, yeah, this is them extending the life of a star, right? Presence of a hidden hatch. Okay. Right. Okay, so had I not just seen the hidden hatch when I went to investigate the working probe, I suppose that's how I would have been made aware of it. Oh, it's bright as heck in here. Okay. Ooh, music's getting intense in here. Okay, I'm just gonna keep following these. I have no idea where this is taking me. I'll leave my scout here, and then if I ever end up, going fully in a circle, then I'll know. Okay, never mind. There's stuff going on over here. Okay. So one of the robots went to Hollow's lantern and got destroyed. Also, am I trapped here? Can Can I, like, escape? I am certainly gonna die. Saw a memory of a robot somewhere in the system being hit by a volcanic bomb and crashing. And the robot crashed near a volcano. Yeah, and I still haven't gotten inside that large tower. I'm gonna wait just a bit, because I don't want to go all the way to Hollow's Lantern and then see that the robot is like under the lava or something, and then I have to come back. But then too, maybe I need to do something time sensitive with that robot, and me waiting here is gonna be bad. It was like I found an energy sphere at some point inside whatever that structure is. I don't even know what I did with that. It just kind of vanished at some point. Okay, can I see the robot? Yes. Did I need to wait at all? I'm gonna say no. Nice. Pick up energy sphere. So you're telling me, like, can I just plug this into the sun? You know, bada boom, bada bing, we extend the lifespan of the sun. Why doesn't this guy just plug his orb in? It would seem to me that we got plenty of fuel for this star. Okay, I think it was a bit too late in the loop. So maybe that's it. Maybe it's that this robot's coming in just a smidge too late. By the time it enters, it just gets destroyed. But now if I take this core from the crashed Brittle Hollow robot and I plug that in, it'll give us just a little bit more time for the other robot to get in. And this sounds as good as of a hypothesis as any. Hey, which way is Brittle Hollow? Is it to the left? No, it's to the right. Yes. How long ago this guy crashed? You telling me no other travelers saw this yet? Alright, energy sphere acquired. So I just need to figure out how to get inside that huge structure. Also, well, cool. That's very neat. Yeah, and there we go. There's another orb. But I'm still in here. Does this take me out? No. And now I no longer have the sphere. Right, so this is me in editing. What I'm missing here is that the sort of energy beam is gray and not functioning until I go to it with the energy sphere, and then it powers up, turns blue, and then works. So what I'm missing is the fact that I've actually used up the energy sphere to even use that energy beam. Okay, there's the probe. Dropped its thing into the sun. Did that work? Did you achieve your goal by doing that? This guy over here is all I have left to explore. If I stay in here, am I going to see the Interloper fly in through the ceiling? That's... Oh. Okay, I need to learn how to fly. And I'm running out of time. This is cool. There's something really crazy about seeing the Interloper just stuck inside a building. Okay, it's because I need to be holding the thing when I get to there. Because that was it in the other structure. It was like I was holding the energy sphere, and then when I went through a thing like that, that's what like warped me to the next location. Okay, is it finally happening? Okay, there we go. I'm still not dying. Okay, I died. Okay, well at least now I know what I have to do. I go to Hollow's Lantern, I get the energy sphere, I go inside the sun, I wait for the Interloper to crash into the sun, and crash into that building, breaks a hole in the ceiling, and then I can go inside. At that point, I don't know what I do, because the robot will have already shown up and just dropped the energy sphere. So yeah, I was wrong to think that that tiny energy sphere, well, I don't know. You know, it's like, how much smaller is that than an energy sphere from a star? Now that I'm thinking about it, it's just a casing, you know? Maybe it's like you could have a battery the size of a planet with zero charge in it, you know? Like, I don't know how these alien power cells work. Okay. Okay. We're going right into the center of the sun. Okay, there's some aliens. Robot comes in. Sun explodes. I'm not following anymore. The robot gets really big and it leaves. And there are other guys. And there's a where am I supposed to be watching this from? Robot shows up. Is that a marshmallow stick? Robot flies into their star. And their star shrinks. Can I get a repeat on that? Yeah, so I didn't really understand what this memory was trying to say. Thankfully, they just sort of explain the ending in the ship logs that you get after. But basically, this robot has been here for however many thousands or millions of years, sort of keeping our star alive that should have died, apparently, a long time ago. And it was originally created by some other aliens who failed to have it prolong the life of their sun, but then it eventually found our sun, so that's ancient proto-Harthians, the little guys with the marshmallow sticks. And it's been keeping our sun alive ever since, but I guess also failed to keep up with the energy demand as the universe started ending. I guess I was under the impression that we were gonna, like, stop the star from dying. But I guess not. I meant the robot's main body. It has been protecting the true sun's core until it reaches its limit. The robots were forced to escape when their home system's sun was unable to keep up with the energy supply. However, as a result, they met our ancestors and extended the life of our sun from then on. Thus, our star system survived until the final day of the universe. This is the end of this mod. Thanks for playing. Okay, right, yeah, so the robot was, you know, they were trying their best. Keep the sun going. I thought we would have to do something to ensure that that last probe, you know, this guy here came in with this fuel cell energy sphere and gave the sun another boost to keep going, but no, that's not the point. The point of Outer Wilds isn't to stop the sun from blowing up, it's to figure out why and accept it. So, you know, this kind of goes along in that same vein. So that was Guardian. The sort of Return of the Obra Dinn inspired memory sequences were really cool, but also often really confusing, requiring the shiplog explanations to actually make sense of what was being seen, especially with the ending. I think it would have been really cool if they had just added some ending text, with the robot just speaking to you and explaining its memory. The restriction was minimal text, after all, not no text, and we specifically mentioned that start and end text was perfectly acceptable for the judging, so it's a bit of a shame that we instead had to go and get that information from reading the ship logs afterwards. Still, I quite enjoyed the mod due to its super unique setting and mechanics, and I think that more than makes up for its shortcomings. Okay, bye.